Hello, so this video is coming a little bit later today because I'm filming it today. I didn't have time to film something yesterday. My husband had his commencement ceremony. He graduated in, well, he finished his class in October for his degree that he's been working on for like 12 years. But you know, we were dealing with infertility stuff. He had 2 brain surgeries. He had another surgery squished in there. You know, he just, a lot of health issues stopped him from graduating on time. So he finally finished his classes this summer. He had 2 left and he finally just pumped him out. And so yesterday he had his commencement ceremony, and then I worked, and then we worked out, and then I made dinner, and just like, I didn't have time to film a video, but I'm gonna film some videos today to just get caught up a little. So I thought what I would do today is sort of like a mask and chat, but like a tag. So I know I said a long time ago that I was gonna do Valeria's Conscious Bees tag that she created, and then I just forgot, apparently. So that's what I'm gonna do today, because she reminded me that she had one and that I hadn't done it yet, and so that's what I'm gonna do today. So we're gonna mask at the same time, because I haven't done a mask since my facial last week, which was last Thursday, so it's been 6 days. I can already feel like my little hairs growing back in from the dermaplaning. My face still feels good, but like I can feel it start to grow back in. My skin's been doing okay for the most, well, that's a lie. I mean, like this is all fun and it's all hormonal, so lucky me. Okay, so what I'm gonna do today, I mean, I've talked about a bunch. I don't really think I have any new masks to talk to you guys about. Hopefully next year I get some new masks in and we can do some new masks and chats. But today I'm opening up a new jar of the Leilani Mermaid Mask. And I love the tops of these new jars because it's just so untouched. I love a brand new mermaid mask because it's got like that sort of like honey crust on top. It's sort of cool. So I'm gonna bust into that. I'm gonna mix in a few pumps of the Siren Serum, which I love because it helps with like brightening for a radiant complexion. This is an older bottle. I'm just trying to use up some of the older stuff. I know she changed her packaging a long time ago and I'm still using up the old packaging. Though the masks I don't have any more in the old packaging because I've used up all the masks. Just giving it a good mix. So, yes, I am also kind of doing this one because I ran a Leilani giveaway yesterday and I want you guys to check out yesterday's video. I know it was a food video, but go check it out anyway. Because I'm giving away 2 of the Leilani, her new serum kits. So she sells her serums and elixirs in 1-ounce bottles, and her new serum kits come in 2 options. So you can buy the Elixir Duo, which comes with the Aloha Morning Elixir and then the Mahana Night Elixir. And then you can buy the Serum Duo, which comes with the Siren Serum and the Happy Hour, which used to be the Champagne Serum. Both come in 15 ml sizes, so it gives you like a good chance to try them without investing in like the full size, the full size. Or you can get the Aloha Alchemy Kit, which comes with 4 ml sizes of all 4, which I think will give you a couple of weeks of use out of each one. This is taking a long time to mix and make sure I get like all the little bits together. So I'm giving away the Serum Duo, which comes with the Siren Serum and the Happy Hour, which are my 2 favorites actually. And then the one that's the all 4, so you can try all of them. So go check out yesterday's video, go enter that giveaway if you haven't already. And then today's giveaway is gonna be the Akar Soothe Duo. So it's gonna be the Akar Soothe Cleanser, which is their creamy cleanser, which I'm totally obsessed with. I've used it a lot over the last couple of weeks since I got it. I used it this morning mixed with the Kalima powder. It's the Kalima cleansing powder. It works great with that. I absolutely love it. So it comes with the creamy cleanser and then it comes with the Soothe oil. So you'll get I'll post a picture because I'm too lazy to have brought the stuff in. So yeah, it'll come with the Soothe cleanser and the Soothe oil, which is perfect for winter. I've still got lots of exciting giveaways lined up. I'm sort of saving like my absolute favorites for close to the end to sort of, I don't know, go out with a bang, I guess. So I've got lots of stuff. I don't want to spoil it and tell you what I've got coming, but I've got You know, some brands that you guys know that I love. Well, I mean, they're all brands that I love. I mean, some are newer. So like the Cupid and Psyche was like a newer to me brand. Strange Birdie was a new to me brand. L'Amour is like newer to me. I've only tried a few of their products. But it's all stuff that I've tried and all stuff that I enjoy. Otherwise I wouldn't run the giveaways. Okay, I think that's as mixed as it's gonna get. So I'm gonna take a big spoonful. I should have actually brought a mist in here and I didn't. And then I'm gonna take a couple of good pumps of the Siren Serum and then just sort of mix it together. Hopefully the oil will make it easier to spread on my face, which I think it will. I think, oh sure, I just dropped some on the floor. Doing this not in the bathroom is not recommended. Do this in the bathroom, folks. Don't take my lead. All right, so Pugsley is running around in here like a wild animal too, so. Okay, let's just get on to the Clean Beauty tag, which has 13 questions. Have I answered some of these before in various videos? Probably, but maybe you're new here or maybe you haven't watched all like 500 plus of my videos, which I can't even believe. I can't even believe I have that many videos. It's kind of insane how many videos I have on my channel. And I don't recommend watching my older ones because I had bad skin. I was very awkward in front of the camera. I mean, I sometimes still can be, but it's better. It's better. So, okay, let's get into this. Get this going. So when did you switch to Green Beauty and why? So I switched, it was roughly about 6 months before I started my channel because I decided to start a blog. I've talked about this before a couple of times. It's related to my skin. So I had a very bad skin. I'm actually gonna link my skin story. I did a video a couple of years ago about my skin story. So like the abbreviated version of it is I have had really bad skin since I was a kid. I think since I was like 12. I remember I was like in middle school, maybe I was 11. Maybe I was like 11 when I got my first like zit and I could remember it. And ever since then it was sort of like all downhill. My skin was terrible. I was on all kinds of creams and pills and everything that you could think of I was on. Accutane twice, birth control pills for over 10 years. I was just on everything. So then it was about 6 years ago now. You know, Gilbert and I were starting to talk about, you know, we wanted kids. So I was gonna come off the pill and he was, you know, we were gonna start working on his fertility treatments. Here's a little nugget. So then when I came off the pill, because my skin was like sort of great when I was on the pill. For a long time, I still was on some creams every once in a while, but like consistently after my second round of Accutane while I was on the pill, my skin was pretty agreeable. Look at the camera, don't look at me. All my cats are in here now. Here's Jessie and Jill's over there. And Squish the kitten. So I came off the pill and then about a month later, my skin just flared right back up to like high school status where it was like all over my face. It was painful. It was awful. So yeah, at that point when that happened, I just thought to myself, like, I've been on all these things over the course of my life. Like none of them have worked the way that I've wanted them to work or the way that they should work or whatever. And I was like, there's gotta be a better way to do this. Like maybe dermatologists and creams and pills aren't the answers. And this was before I even knew there was like a green movement or like a well, I knew there was a cruelty-free because I was vegan. I had been vegan for a long time at that point and I was looking for cruelty-free products, but this was really before I knew there was like a green movement, like a clean beauty movement, non-toxic, all of that stuff. I didn't really know that was out there. I just knew that there had to be like a better way than the way that I had been doing it because that wasn't working, obviously. So then I just started researching like natural products and started trying them. I started my blog as a journey. Oh God, they're fighting again. I started my blog as like a journey to like document this, and then blog, written word, like really isn't my format, maybe, which is why I have such a hard time with Instagram, because it's like, it's sort of like a mini blog. It's like pictures and like, I'm just not good at that. So yeah, so I abandoned that after about 6 months and I started my YouTube channel. So what was the question? I went on like a tangent. When did you switch to Glam Beauty and why? So like I switched about 3 years because of my skin is the abbreviated version. Do you remember your first green makeup product? Did it work well for you? So I had been using Bare Minerals since high school. I saw an infomercial for them in high school, and that's when I started using Bare Minerals. Before that, I had used things like CoverGirl and Maybelline and Revlon, which I'm actually allergic to Revlon makeup. I found that out the hard way. What else did I use? Clinique. I used Clinique for a while. I didn't really use like Lancome or Dior or any of the expensive brands besides Clinique, because I think Clinique it's like, I feel like it's geared toward teens almost. So I used Clinique for a while, CoverGirl, Maybelline, stuff you can find in the drugstore that's, you know, cheap and whatever. And then I saw a infomercial at some point for Bare Minerals, and I bought the Bare Minerals, and then I used that for 8 years, pretty much exclusively. I think I did have like a CoverGirl blush, but pretty much all I used was the Bare Minerals foundation, the Bare Minerals sort of like setting powder. I did use Bare Minerals blush and eyeshadow occasionally. Didn't do brows, didn't do lashes. I can think back now how ridiculous I probably looked not having brows or lashes, at least lashes. Because I think of what I look like now without lashes, and I'm like, geez. Especially with a full face of makeup on. Like without it, it doesn't matter, but like when you have makeup on and then no lashes, it just looks strange. So I can only imagine what I looked like back then with none of that. But yeah, I don't even think I did lip stuff. I just did foundation, I did blush, I did eyeshadow sometimes. That was basically all I did for like 8 years. I had like 5 makeup products total, a couple of brushes. But after I decided I didn't want to use Bare Minerals anymore because the formula was starting to make my face itchy. It had the bismuth oxychloride in it. It did make my face itchy for a long time, but I was like, this is normal, right? I mean, this isn't weird. I just like sort of ignored it and just like dealt with it. But then it was getting consistently more and more itchy. So I decided to switch again around the same time that I switched to like a more natural skincare routine. I decided to look into more natural makeup because I figured the itchiness probably wasn't good for my skin. So I think that was when I found Everyday Minerals, because I was looking for something similar to Bare Minerals with different ingredients in it. So I found Everyday Minerals, which is like a more natural version of Bare Minerals, basically. I mean, it's all mineral products. They don't have any pressed products. They have foundation, they have setting powder, they have eyeshadows. It's basically Bare Minerals, only cleaner, because Bare Minerals now has like a ton of junk in it. I mean, they have products now that, you know, Everyday Minerals doesn't have. They've got lipsticks and they've got liquid foundation, they've got pressed products, they've got like all kinds of stuff now that they didn't have when I was using them. It was all pretty much powder, like loose powder when I used them. They hadn't ventured into pressed yet. My cat is like looking at me from the corner. He's so funny. So yeah, Everyday Minerals was what I had found first. So that was my first, if you don't count Bare Minerals as being green, Everyday Minerals was my first green makeup brand. Did it work well for you? Yes and no. I mean, I think it's good for like a beginner or again for like teens. I think it would be good as like a starting makeup point, but it didn't cover what I wanted it to cover. I mean, the colors were just sort of so-so. I look at some of their stuff now and I think about picking up their eyeshadows every once in a while, but they phase out eyeshadow colors so much that if you ever want to like repurchase the same eye color, you can't because it's always gone. So I've bought in a few of their things over the years since then, but I mean, they're not my favorite brand. So were they a great starting point? Yes. Did it work well for me enough to keep using them? No. But yeah, I mean, if you've got a teen or someone is looking to get into clean makeup or mineral makeup, Everyday Minerals is a good place to start. Oh, this little jerk just touched my face with his paws. Okay, have you noticed a change in your skin overall health since the switch? Health, not so much because I was eating vegan before then. Ow, he's attacking me again. I was eating vegan before then, so I was pretty much, doing what I could health-wise for my body. Could I do more? Do I still eat a bunch of junk and sugar that I shouldn't? Yes. My skin, yes. If you go back and look at some of my first videos, my skin is like dull. It looks more textured. My acne is just sort of, it like ebbs and flows. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but like overall skin health, yeah, I definitely think my skin has improved. You know, hydration I've learned is something that I really, really need. I've really gotten into oil serums, which my skin loves, balms, you know, really great cleansers, all good things for my skin. So my skin has definitely improved since the switch. So yes. Health, I mean, yes, but not because of the beauty products. It's just because of like my health in general. Like I've done a lot of things to like get my health on track. You know, I'm eating better most of the time. I work out now. I've been working out consistently for the last 6 months. So that's, you know, been a great improvement to my health. So yeah, I mean, I've done other things besides, you know, switching to green products. Is there anything you wish was different about the green beauty space? I wish it wasn't so saturated. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot. It wasn't so much my, I need to move this blanket and put it behind my back because the thing is like digging into my back. It wasn't so saturated when I first got into it. You know, there wasn't as many brands as there are now. If you think of like all of the brands that have started in the last 5 years, there's a lot. There's a lot of brands. I mean, there's a few that have been around a lot longer than that. There's a few that have been around somewhere between the 5 and 10 year range, but a lot have opened up in the last 5 years. It's just, it can get overwhelming, making a decision, choosing what's right for you, testing different products when there's so many different brands and so many different products. It can feel overwhelming, but it's good. It's good that there are so many. I mean, it's good and bad. I know we hear all the time about, you know, resources being depleted. You know, certain essential oils have become more scarce, more expensive. I was reading something recently about frankincense. Trees are being tapped out, which is not good. I mean, so it's good that there's a lot more choice, but I think it's bad in the same way because there's more people, you know, looking for these resources. There's more demand for these resources, but they take a lot more time to grow than, you know, creating a synthetic chemical in a lab or something like that. So it's good, but it's bad because it's sort of hurting the resources, I think. So yeah, I do think that it wasn't as oversaturated, but I mean, that's sort of like a good and a bad thing because it's good that there's more choices, things that, you know, we find that gel better with our skin than maybe certain other things. Like if all that was on the market was like May Lindstrom and I don't know, what's a Cure. I mean, neither of those things really work well for my skin. So if those were my only two options, I'd be kind of screwed. I think Oliver's coming in here. I'd be kind of screwed because neither of those work well for me, but there's a lot more other options, but that also means lots more resources, lots more, that kind of thing. So I don't know. What is the #1 ingredient you avoid in cosmetics? Well, I guess in cosmetics, so like makeup, I mean, there's a lot of ones that I avoid. I mean, I avoid talc. I avoid bismuth oxychloride. I wouldn't say that I completely avoid dimethicones because I do have a couple of products that have dimethicone in it, but I actively try to stay away from them. I do have a few, like I said, but I don't have a ton. Oh, Oliver's coming in here. You gonna come sit with the baby kitty? But yeah, I mean, talc, even if it's EcoCert and it's not farmed and or it's not gotten, there's the garbage truck outside. If it's not gotten, you know, it's not harvested, you know, with asbestos or whatever, even if it's like clean and it's like good talc, it's still a filler ingredient and there's still brands using it that still charge a ridiculous amount of money for talc being a main ingredient, which I don't. You're silly. He's a mouthful of food too. You're silly. But yeah, even if it's clean, it's still a filler ingredient, and I really don't want to be paying for filler because, you know, Antonym has a couple of products that have talc as their main ingredient, and their products are pretty expensive, so I really don't want to be paying for like a bunch of talc. So number one ingredient, I guess it's probably a toss-up between like talc and bismuth oxychloride. Bismuth oxychloride is just an irritant. It makes my face really itchy, but I mean, you don't find that in Green Beauty anyway. So like, if we're talking Green Beauty, number one ingredient I avoid in cosmetics, I guess carmine. Carmine would be my number one ingredient in cosmetics because that's still pretty prevalent in the Green Beauty space. I wish it wasn't because there are ways to make red and pink and purples and whatever without carmine. I just wish it, I feel like brands are lazy when they have to use carmine. You know, like Vapor did the whole repackaging, redoing products and whatever, and they still used carmine in a bunch of their products. Kosas has been making more vegan products, which I think is wonderful. Their lipsticks still all contain carmine and lanolin, which, like, get that out of there. But yeah, I mean, if we're talking like not clean ingredients, I guess it would be bismuth oxychloride, and then sort of talc and carmine would be other things I avoid. What are your 3 favorite makeup products you discovered thus far? Well, the Fit Glow lip serums, the Modern Minerals foundation, and what is like a standout? The Well People bronzer is probably one of my 3 favorite products because I use it all the time. Those are 3 things that I use consistently all the time. He's chasing the cats again. So yeah, those are my 3 favorite makeup products discovered thus far. Name your top 3 favorite skincare products. Okay, so Mahalo the Unveil, that has to be up there. Now the other 2 are much harder. What are 2 other skincare products I can't live without? I'm trying to think of stuff that I consistently go back to or that I've bought over and over again. God, this is hard. 3 favorite skincare products. The Unveil. I have to pick something for hydration, right? So should I pick a serum or should I pick a mist? Ah! Oh my God, this is like, it's hard to pick. 3 top favorite skincare products. Okay, I'm gonna shotgun it. So the Unveil, Naturalogic Unmask. Oh my God, this is like the hardest choice I've ever had to make. Fit Glow Vita Active Serum. That's a really truly stellar skincare product. Okay, that's it. So Naturalogic Unmask, Mahalo Unveil, and Fit Glow Vita Active Serum. Those are really great skincare products. What brands do you really want to try but still haven't? What brands do I want to try that I still haven't? I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head that there's like any brand like, ooh, I still want to try that one, because like I tried a lot of really great brands this year. I tried Nini Organics, I tried Ashton Quinn. What else did I try this year? I tried the Organic Skin Co. I tried Ilia. I tried Era Perez this year. I tried a lot this year. I can't think of one. I can't think of a single brand that I haven't tried. Maybe Yuli. I know you guys have suggested that to me a lot and I still haven't tried anything from Yuli, so maybe Yuli. What type of product do you buy the most of? Masks. And then second would be like hydrating serums of some kind, like anything that's hydrating. Do you like trying new skincare products or do you keep a certain routine? I like trying new skincare products. I cannot keep a certain routine. If I had to, I could, but I don't. I mean, I love trying new things. If you could only buy from one brand, which would you choose? Pick one for makeup and one for skincare. This is also mean. How do I pick this? Makeup, I guess, would probably have to be Fit Glow because I can really make a whole routine out of Fit Glow products that I really like, and I could. Like Fit Glow has like everything except brows, but I could probably use an eyeshadow for that or something. Skincare, this one is harder. If you could only buy from one brand, which would you choose? It's probably a toss-up between Mahalo and Naturalogic because those are 2 brands that really work well for me. I love all of the products. I could easily just use either one. I can't pick one. It's going to be either one of those, Mahalo or Naturalogic. What do you love about makeup? What about skincare? Well, skincare, I love that it, you know, makes my skin better. I mean, I love trying new products. I love seeing what works well for my skin. I love giving you guys recommendations of things that work well for me that could probably work well for you if you have the same skin type. I love seeing my skin improve. I love trying new things. I said that already, I think. That's basically, I love trying new things. I love experiencing new scents. I love experiencing new products. I love falling in love with new products and falling in love with new brands. I love discovering, you know? I'm like the Indiana Jones of skincare, right? Like I'm always discovering new things and finding rare gems and whatever. Is that corny? What do you love about makeup? I mean, I guess sort of the same thing. I love discovering new products that work well for me. I love finding things that I fall in love with that I didn't think I would, like the Thick Glow lip serums or like a certain mascara. Like I'm really loving the Ilia mascara recently. And I love that makeup makes me feel, it's not that I need it because I wear makeup maybe one day a week, two at the most. I don't need it. But I love that it makes me feel better about myself, you know? Like it gives me like more confidence. Does it give me more confidence? I love that I can make myself look a different way without really changing who I am, you know? Like without changing me too much, because I don't wear full coverage makeup. I mean, like if you look at what is popular on YouTube these days, like they're caking on the makeup, they're doing 80,000 layers of whatever. I don't do that. It's more like natural. So it's still me, but it just is like an enhanced version of me, you know? I love that I can change myself without changing myself. And like, I don't know. I love beauty. I just do. And the last one is name your favorite thing about the Glam Beauty community. Well, I don't know that I love the Glam Beauty community. Look, you guys, you guys know that I have like some qualms with the community. You know, the clickiness of certain people, certain groups. I mean, it's oversaturated to the point where it feels more like a competition at this point than fun, because there's so many people. And I mean, I feel the same way. I feel like I have to make myself be interesting enough to, you know, keep people's attention, because there's always someone new. There's always someone flashier. There's always someone who does the glam thing, which like, I don't understand. Here's my thing about the glam thing. How many people actually wear full glam on a regular basis? Like if you guys do, I really want to know, because I see so many of these people who like start these like glam beauty channels or like beauty Instagrams, and I'm like, who realistically does that on that much of a consistent basis? I've never done glam. Have I? Do you guys think I've never done glam? You know what? I've never done glam. I guess I feel like the community is different than it was 5 years ago when I first joined. Like it felt more like a community then. The people that I connected with then are people that don't associate with me now. Like I could give you a long list of names of people that want nothing to do with me, who used to talk to me, who you can go back to my very first posts and see that they used to comment and like on my stuff, who no longer follow me, who no longer associate with me. So it used to feel more like a community then. It doesn't feel like a community now. I'm just gonna say that. It doesn't feel like one. It feels like there are cliques of people, you know, who are, I don't know. It's like find your tribe. It's basically what I've had to do and like what I would prefer to do anyway. It's just like find the people that you connect with, because it's too big. There's too many. It's not a community because there's too many people. A community is like, you know, I think of more of like maybe less than 50 people. There's way more than that now. There's hundreds now than there weren't, you know, when I first started. It's not a community anymore. There's too many people for it to be community. So how do I feel about the Glam Beauty community? I don't feel like it's a community. I have such a hard time with this because I want it to be. I wish that it was still, but I think because social media has now become a job, where it wasn't so much 5 years ago. Maybe a few people did it as a job, but it wasn't really. It is now. You could see who does this as a job. And I just think because it becomes a job, those people become protective and like competitive of like, I have to make it my way or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at. I don't feel like it's a community. So, I mean, I have people that I love that I've managed to connect with, and a few people from the beginning that I've managed to stay connected with, but unfortunately, a lot of the people, a lot of the reason why I joined this community to begin with is no longer, I don't associate with those people anymore, not from my doing, but it's just people, fall off track, and then other people join other cliques and they don't want to talk to you anymore, or like they don't think that you're good enough. It's like high school, There's like groups. Okay, this topic gets me upset because like I should sit down and do like a video of like why I am the way I am and why I feel the way I feel about certain things. Because a lot of why I feel the way I feel has to do with like my history of like how I grew up and how I was treated basically from like 6th grade to college into the green beauty community, honestly. I should do that. I should sit down and have a conversation about why I am the way I am, why I have the feelings that I do, why I feel like I don't belong anywhere, why I feel like this isn't really a community, why I feel like this is just high school. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I love Valeria. I love Andy. I love Noelle. I mean, there's a lot of ladies that I love, but I feel like an outsider, and I feel maybe that's not a bad thing, but I mean, you want to feel like you belong. And like every time you feel like there's a person who doesn't get you, I mean, it makes you feel bad. I mean, there are a lot of people even recently, probably because of things that I've said. I mean, because I'm not quiet about my feelings and my thoughts. I'm kind of blunt, and I just kind of like speak my mind, regardless of how that makes some people feel, probably, which is shitty. I mean, I shouldn't do that, but I mean, it goes back to this. It's like, I want to be honest and I want to share how I'm feeling, but I also want people to like me. So it's like, how do I find that balance of like still saying what's on my mind, but still in a way that people still like me? I don't know. This is what I'm talking about, is like why I am the way that I am, because I want to be honest and I want to stay true to my values and my morals and my ethics and things like that. But I also want to be liked by people. And I feel like because I have these certain opinions on blogging and, maybe certain brands, I've like said things that have like rubbed people the wrong way, or like maybe I've not done something, or I've said something wrong, and like people just don't want to associate with me anymore. It's hard, wanting to be real, but also wanting to be liked, because you can't be liked if you are real. I think I read a quote somewhere like that, where it's like, if you are well liked, you're not being true to yourself, or something like that. I don't know. I have this problem where I want people to like me. I want to be liked because of, like I said, the stuff that happened to me when I was younger. But not at the expense of telling the truth, or like being who I am. I'll get into that in another video, because I want to share my sort of my history. I think I've talked about it a little bit, but I want to share like why I am how I am with you guys. I'll do another video on that, not to make this one any longer. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I hope that you guys like tags. I don't know. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.